tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's a rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God it in his heart.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Seattle. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson. It got his man. Complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now it's It's Darnold. They'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. A first down throw, Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. And his kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it, as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Taken in at the 22. Good footwork at the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. To throw is Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Darnold on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
To throw from his end zone, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Zimmerman. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Zimmerman. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Darnold now to throw. Going for it all. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 28 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This time, Wilson will throw. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. On the ground with Cadet. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Now this throw caught left side. And he's got this down to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Wilson. Out left. He's got it to Everett. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Wilson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Josh Jones there to get him down. They go play action with Wilson. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They go play action now. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Darnold from the gun. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, it's Darnold. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To the air again, Darnold. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we have to dial things back a little bit.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Before they're inside the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. McCaffrey. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Albert O there to make the grab. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's the run with Cadet, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Here's Wilson to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. An extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage. as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Set them back 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Here's Darnold. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Darrell Taylor able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Carson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Rolling to his right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They go back to Cadet, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Being chased out left. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and it was their defense.